I completed 5 workouts every week for the entire 2021 year.
Girl, what are you waiting on? Follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification.
Hey, welcome back. To those of you who are new here, my name is Tiffany. I am a full-time mental health and substance abuse therapist, bringing you food, lifestyle, and mental health content by way of deep dives. Today, I want to discuss something that I accomplished. It's really big, and I didn't know that I did it until I went back in my planner. So for those of you who have not watched how I use my planner video, I will insert it here. And I was just so amazed with myself. So after every workout, I go back to my planner and I write the workout that I completed. So the first of this year, whatever it is, whatever day it was, I went back to my 2021 planner and I flipped through every single week and I completed 5 workouts every week for the entire 2021 year. I don't think y'all heard me. I said I completed 5 workouts every single week for the entire year. Never missed a day, okay? So I allow myself 2 rest days. So the goal was always to do 5 days. So that was like super dope to reflect back on my year and to see that I did that. So I am here to share some of the tips and the things that I did in order to accomplish that. So first things first is you need to know your why. Your why actually does need to be deep. It can't be, oh, I want to lose weight. Oh, I want to look good for my 30th birthday. Oh, I have a vacation coming up. That's not going to cut it because you have legit had that same why every single year and then you gain the weight back. Sorry. Like your why has to be deeper than something superficial. For me, my why is always my health. And then how I amplify that a bit is by saying that I want to live forever. So I want to live as long as possible without needing medical intervention. I want to live a life that is so healthy that I don't feel as if I am putting a burden on my husband to have to take care of me as I get older. That's my why. So your why has to be deep. So that's the first thing. Your why has to be deep. It cannot be anything superficial. I told y'all I'm a full-time substance abuse therapist. The way that you could come up with your deeper why is by thinking about the 12 steps of AA. A lot of people always say the first step is admitting that you have a problem. When people say admitting is the first step, that comes from the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. So the first step of the 12-step program is to admit that you are powerless over alcohol and that your life has become unmanageable. So for you to figure out your why and to make it deep, you have to admit that you have a problem. You have to admit that you have a problem with your relationship with food, with your relationship with whatever your goal is, right? And that you have not been able to satisfy that goal or to meet that goal on your own by the way that you have been attempting to do it in the past. You have to admit that first and foremost. The second step of the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous is that they came to believe in a power greater than themselves could restore them to sanity. So that's something that you need to think about is what is bigger than me that can hold me accountable to my goal? Because you are the problem. It's you. You are the problem, baby. So you got to figure out something deeper that's going to hold you accountable and connect with something greater than you. Because a lot of the problems that we have in our lives are horizontal problems, because horizontal relationship problems, because we don't have a vertical relationship. But we're not gonna get on that one, okay? The second thing that really helped me stay on track with working out 5 times per week, every single week for all of 2021 is simply being honest with myself. Girl, I am not a evening workout kind of person. So I restructured my schedule so that every morning I woke up and I went to the gym. Now, how I did that was incremental. I am at work by around 7:30, 7:45. So I had to start by waking up at, I think it was actually 5:15. Then it was 5 o'clock. Then it was 4:45. Then it became 4:30 because my gym opens up at 5 o'clock. So those small incremental changes helped me wake up earlier so that I could actually be at the gym prior to the employees most of the time. And then I also have to be honest with myself to be like, girl, you know that after you work a full day, you do not like driving home, changing your clothes, then driving and going back to the gym. So I also had to put things in place to make sure that if something happened, I was still going to commit to my goal. So if whatever reason I still wanted to go to the gym, but I didn't go in the morning, I would actually take my clothes to work and then change my clothes at work before I got in my car and I left. Because that would eliminate an excuse of me having to drive home, change, get comfortable, scroll social media, sit down, do all of that stuff. Also, when it comes to honesty, you need to be mindful of your time constraints. If you got kids and you got all these other responsibilities and things like that that you have to pay attention to, then you're probably not going to have time for an hour, hour and a half workout. You might only have time for a little 30-minute workout at home, and that's what you need to prepare for. If this is not something that you have ever accomplished before, then you need to start small and build yourself back up. Don't start with these big old things and then get mad at yourself because you didn't actually succeed. You knew that you weren't going to succeed. You lied to yourself. So third is you need to have the tools. So what I mean by that is if I am trying to make sure that I am moving towards my goal, I need to be able to track that. So since mine was working out 5 times per week, every single week for the entire year, I needed to write it down. I needed to write down what was my workout. If I did a low impact workout on this day, then I could step it up and do something high intensity on the next day. I needed to track my progress, okay? So for the days where I really did not feel like working out, I could go back and I could look at what I had going on. So third is discipline. I'm sorry, but you're going to have discipline. So the root word of discipline is disciple. And a disciple is a person who is a follower. They are a student. So you need to be disciplined to yourself and to others. So you are going to have discipline when there is no motivation and when there is no enthusiasm. Because baby, please believe me that at minimum 50% of the time you will not have motivation or enthusiasm, but you will have to have discipline, because discipline will carry you much further in life than your little bit of motivation or enthusiasm. Okay? And you need to be mindful of what motivates you. So for some people, following the fit IG girls might be motivating to them. That ain't motivating to me. It made me feel bad. That's me. So you need to be mindful of what your truth is and know yourself as a person. And then second, to that discipline is you have to set rules and parameters for yourself. So I have rules that I stuck to and that I did not miss. So I had rules that I made sure I followed. My number one rule is to never miss a Monday. Never miss a Monday. I don't care what I had going on. I did not miss a Monday, because that was a rule that I set for myself. So Bay and I, we came back from New Orleans. I posted that video. We flew out on a Monday. Your girl woke up that morning and she worked out. You have to know what your day looks like and you need to plan around that accordingly. Second, I never skipped more than 2 days back to back. If I know that I don't like working out on Fridays, which is usually my case, especially after work on Fridays, I'm not going to skip Thursday as well. That's just how it rolls for me. And again, going back to knowing yourself, I know that I don't like working out on Fridays, especially Fridays after work. So I'm going to work out in the morning on a Friday if I have to work out on a Friday. Another very random rule that I set for myself is that I do not miss a December 31st or a January 1st. I'm going to end the year strong and I'm going to start the year strong. That's just how I roll. So figure out what your rules are and then make sure that you stick to it. Sometimes I also will post on social media like before or after my workout, because that keeps me motivated knowing that someone else is watching. So then that kind of like holds me accountable. Also, this is my last rule. You need to have a fail safe. This is the thing that's going to catch you when all of your other parameters like have not been met, when you are just like, I don't want to do it. Your fail safe is going to keep you moving towards your goal. So your fail safe is when your enthusiasm isn't there, which I said is going to be lacking about 50% of the time at minimum. So on the days where I just absolutely did not feel like working out, I already had my fail safe plans. So I knew ahead of time what I could do when that motivation was not present. So here are some examples for me. So I would do a YouTube workout if I had a little bit of time, if I did not feel like getting in my car, if I did not feel like being in the gym, because it's something about being under those bright lights now where I'm just like really not into it a lot of times. So I would pull up a workout on YouTube. And then one of the rules that I have for my YouTube workouts is that it cannot be anything less than 40 minutes. So I would usually do a 30-minute like cardio, like HIIT, kickboxing, something like that workout. And then I would do 10 minutes of abs. And it was also good for me because it allowed me to warm up, stretch, and then cool down properly. Another fail safe that I had was going for an outdoor run. Again, it eliminated the time that I would have to spend in my car, driving to the gym, avoiding the gym if I didn't feel like going. Plus I got the benefits of the vitamin D, and then just being outside just naturally boosts your mood because you're getting that vitamin D, which contributes to happiness. Another fail safe that I had was a low impact treadmill walk. I would do a high incline at a 3 speed, and I would go for at minimum 30 minutes to an hour. And then if my mood shifted after walking for a bit, then maybe I would lift weights. Okay, so I always had those 3 options in case I did not feel like doing anything like super heavy, or I didn't feel like driving to the gym, or I was low on time. That is all that I have. That is how I was able to work out 5 times per week, every single week for 2021. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.